The Elton John AIDS Foundation is on a mission to be a powerful force in ending the AIDS epidemic.
The ambition is to get rid of this disease by 2030, and that's what we're driving ahead for.
We have to be very specific and focused in what we do now. We have key populations, particularly vulnerable groups.
Our big challenge is to find those people who don't typically engage with the system.
Sex workers, needle exchange, trans population, prison population.
We focus on those populations, and we focus on those populations in places where there's the greatest need.
And we're actually seeing a rise in new infections. So we are looking at targeted, innovative ways of reaching those groups to get them the information that they need and access to testing and treatment.
There's so much stigma around the disease still after all this time, it's ridiculous.
Within particularly vulnerable groups, there's a lot of shame associated with it. A lot of people think HIV is something to be ashamed of.
It's down to religious hatred and bigotry, and gay people still feeling ashamed of being gay, and people with HIV are still ashamed of having HIV.
It's a real challenge in many of the places where we work. When you're trying to provide support to people where actually what those people do or who they are in terms of their sexuality is criminalized, it's incredibly difficult.
You think if I go for a test, I'm going to be registered, people are going to think I'm gay, I'm going to be registered as a gay person, I could go to jail, I could be beaten up, I could lose my job.
If we could only get rid of this ridiculous homophobia, HIV phobia, then the process would be accelerated so quickly. The world is full of a lot of hate in a lot of places. We have to try and ease that hate, and we have to get people in those places on the drugs so they feel safe. We have to get them on the medicine. There's a lot of hate in the world and there's a lot of evil in the world, but I also believe there is a lot of love. There's more love than hate. You just hear about the hate more than you hear about the love.
The idea of love is absolutely at the core of the Foundation's ethos.
We don't make judgments. Elton always says, no one gets left behind.
If you leave people behind, then there's no hope for the human race. Kindness is such a great healer. If we come together and love people and accept them for who they are, what they are, and stop being so bigoted and horrible about it, then the world would be so much better. It's an amazing thing when you show generosity of spirit to someone and you make them feel wanted and you make them feel that you're part of the human race and that they're not forgotten.
It's always about what more can we do?
Although it's a bit of a slugfest sometimes, and it's like you're fighting against a brick wall. The brick wall is moving, the dominoes are falling, and I'm very proud of that, but that drives us on,